Hi guys, and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the free content that I share with the trading community here on YouTube.
Hey everyone, it's Tom here from the team at WB Trading, and I just want to really make a quick video to talk you through an example of how we get a trade placed and why it's really important that we're going to use a trading journal with all of our trading setups. So one of our strategies here, the bias bar strategy, we use this on an evening. So right now it is just before 8 PM here in my local time in the UK. I'm just looking through, getting my setups placed, and I thought I'd record one. We'll do a very quick example and I'll show you how I would essentially set the trade up and also how I'm going to complete my journal to just keep a record of that trade and also support managing my risk and making sure I get the right entries. So I've done a little bit of the work here already. I've got the trade identified here. This is what we call our higher time frame bias bar strategy, and so you can see I'm on the daily chart here on GBP USD, and I've marked on my entry point, which is this solid line here, my stop loss and my profit target. So I've done a little bit of the legwork already, but now what I would be doing is entering this information into my journal, making sure that I work out my lot size correctly, and then placing the order on my broker here just to make sure it's validated and everything's okay. And with the bias bar strategy, what we can do is look at this multiple times during the day. My favorite time to do this is in the evening, so this would typically be around the time that I'll be looking for these setups anyway. So I thought it's worthwhile recording one and talking you through it with me. So in my journal here on the side, we've got a few columns that are hopefully going to be fairly self-explanatory and some that I'll explain in a little bit of detail. So firstly, the date, we're on the 23rd of the 1st here, 24, getting used to pacing 2024 here. And then I'm on GBP USD. So again, all this information is going to be crucial because when you come back to review your journal, no matter what strategy you're looking at, you're going to need to make sure that you can remember and find the trades on your chart. So in here, the type of trade, I'm going to put a higher time frame bias bar, just the terminology there for me to easily identify it as well. We don't know if we've got an entry yet, because of the way the bias bar strategy works. I'm going to be placing an order, so I'd leave that blank and come back to it, but it's relevant to have that column anyway. And again, entry time, we would fill that in at a later time and date, but I can do the price. So we have it on here, 12709.8. My direction is short. Again, strategy rules I won't go into here. If you're part of the course, you'll understand how this works, but yeah, we're just looking at placing it here and kind of combining it with filling in the journal. So we'll come back to that price per point in a second. My stop loss is, I'm going to just measure this one out very quickly and check it, and that is 37.9. so I should see this in the box here, but my stop loss is 12747.9, 12747.9, 38.1, close enough to what I've measured there. My profit target at the bottom is 12614.3, and if I just do a quick calculation on the R there, we should be looking at about 2.5, yep, which is on the lower end of what I would aim for on the bias bar, but it's in the good region there for me. And so in general, that will be the key point before I'll place anything on my broker, is I will go through and get the journal filled out. And as you can see, it's filled in a few things for me here. So I have a price per point here of 52 pence. Now this is coming from my journal, which basically keeps a track of whatever my account size is, and every time I win and lose a trade, it's going to update that and give me a 1% risk value for the next trade that I place. I've started a blank journal here just to give you a very simple example. So I've just said we'll start with a 2k account, obviously working out my stop loss distances and then working out price per point and making sure that's correct. So when I go in here, and if we go into the broker and we get that placed with an order, I'm just going to come back to that in a second. We'll retype in the information here. So 12709.8 for that. My stop loss of 38.1. My limit here, profit distance is 95.5. All the information we've already got filled in our journal, so this makes it even easier. I'm going to be selling, and I've got a price point of 0.52, which at £19.81 is very, very close to 1% of the £2,000 that I've stipulated for my account size. So everything's in there, and I can go ahead and get that limit order placed. And so once it's locked in, perfect. That's everything I need to do in terms of I've found the setup for my strategy. I've inputted all the information I need into my journal for the entry criteria, and then I've replicated that back in my broker to just double check that it's the same. I'll come back to this and fill out the remainder of the journal once the trade becomes live or not, and obviously follow up with the results.